Good morning. Welcome to Workforce Skills with John Morris. Another beautiful day in Phoenix, Arizona. Today's show is going to be a little bit different. We're going to change it up. We're going to spice it up a little bit. So I have a special guest here. I've been dying to have her on. I've been trying for, I don't know how many months to get her on here, but I have brought the famous Lori Morse, my wife, on here. And today we're going to talk about relationships in the workplace, how we get along together, how do we make it work, how do we get to a point to where we are able to work together and not go home and want to kill each other every day. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Plus, we have another special guest sitting on Lori's lap. We have our pet, our dog. His name is Kevin. I don't know if you guys can see him in the camera, but he's sitting on Lori's lap. He comes to work every day with us. So we kind of have a routine. We've made it work. It's taken a few years, I think, for us to get it to where we're comfortable with it. I can remember in the beginning when Lori first started coming to work with me, and for me, it was a little difficult in the morning. It was my time in the morning. It was my alone time. It was me getting ready. I wanted the lights off. I sit out there in the dark. I watch TV a little bit, maybe drink my coffee, and had to figure out a routine and how to make things work. I don't know if she noticed that or realized that, but I think what bothers me or what bothers her can be two different things. We drive together to work every day. We drive home. There's some days we drive separately, like Monday and Tuesday we drive separately because I teach class at night. So I'm here with her. She shows up at 4:30. We get up in the morning. Typically I get up before you do. I'm up, I think this morning around 2:30.
You're a morning person. I'm not.
Yes, but we make it work. So I guess, how do we make this work? I mean, how do we deal with this? Because when you come to work, I'm the one that signed your paycheck. You work for me, right? Or
I can sign them too.
Yes, she has that power. Yes. But I mean, we make it work. I guess coming to work, we look at it this way. This is my house. Mm-hmm. I'm in charge here at the office. This is because Lori didn't grow up in the business with me and start at the beginning. She supported me in this 100% from the beginning. We've talked about everything, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to make the decisions that affect everything around here in the office. You don't want to be in charge, do you?
No, been there, done that.
Okay. Why not?
I was never a really good manager. I used to manage when I was in the medical field. I did not enjoy it. I'd rather just work. I just want to do my thing.
Okay. Just want to be a worker bee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm best at that. Just tell me what to do. It's going to get done.
Okay.
It's going to get done quickly and correctly. And
okay.
I prefer that.
All right. So this is my house.
Yes.
When we go home,
that's my house.
That's her house. We know our place and it works well.
Yeah.
It's funny because I remember years ago, I've always had a couple of women working in the office. And I remember years ago, people would say, "Oh, I talked to your wife in office." No, that wasn't my wife. I don't work with my wife. I love her. That's why we don't work together. I don't want to ruin what we have.
I think it's changed now, the older we get.
Mm-hmm.
We've been together a while now. I think before in the beginning, it would have been more difficult to work together just because of my background being in the medical field.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about office stuff. And I think that would have been a little tougher. Now it's different. I think we can just mature, think differently.
Okay.
That's why we get along at work.
Okay.
We don't, because you're in your office, I'm in mine.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about work on the way home. We might, but once we get home, it's over and done with.
Yeah, we kind of have a rule. Once we're home, we don't talk about work. Now, if a phone call comes in or something happens, we have to.
Of course.
I think today is going to kind of be me and Lori's therapy session with each other. We're just going to talk about what we deal with and what goes on. And I have a feeling we're going to learn some new things about each other as far as how we feel or react to situations. I know there are times in the office where I think I get frustrated with you sometimes, and I think you get frustrated with me. It's going to happen. Because we spend so much time together. We're around each other 24/7.
Yeah.
I mean, our day starts in the morning. We wake up, we're getting ready. If I'm not teaching class, we ride together. We bring Kevin to work with us every day. He's a little needy sometimes.
Always.
Lets us know when he has to go out and use the bathroom, so, but, no, it's, as the morning progresses, I mean, we've got our routines of what we do. I go to my office, I do my thing. I have my first logistics meeting at 5:00, and I know you're checking the bank account, you're doing all your stuff, getting everything you need to get done, checking your emails, and then before you know it, it's time for us to go to the gym. We go to the gym every single morning, Monday through Friday, from 7 to 8. We have a personal trainer that we work with. It's been amazing, and it's funny. When I first started, I was going to work out with Robert, my trainer, and you came the first day, just wanted to go to the gym, and next thing you know, it's like you wanted to continue working out with us, and we do it together. It works out, and then we come back, and then we work all day, and then we go home together. And like you said, going home, we try not to talk about work, but we do sometimes on the ride.
Yeah, just to go over certain things that we have to hit the next day or whatever. But
but once we get home, it's kind of it's shutdown time.
Yep.
I think for me, by the time I get home, and I assume you're the same way, you've dealt with so much crap all day, and all the BS of running the business and being a part of it and billing and all the emails, and it just it gets to a point where you need to wind down, veg out, do nothing.
Yep.
We get home, we feed Kevin, and if I got to take out the trash or do some stuff around the house, we do, and we really don't eat dinner. We just kind of
we eat all day long.
Yeah, we kind of graze.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but then come the weekends,
that's our time.
That is our time. We unless we've got something planned, or if I help out and teach class like I did for a few hours on Saturday.
But it's not all day.
No.
And while you're doing that, I'm doing housework stuff that I'd rather get done while you're not there.
Yes.
We want to spend,
yes,
believe it or not, our time together more.
Yeah.
More date nights and things like that.
Yeah.
I think it helps with work and dealing with that.
And I think for me, I really enjoy when you go get your nails or your hair done on a weekend, because it gives me some alone time. I feel like that's my only time all week, just by myself, when no one's around.
You need that.
Yeah.
You can't spend 24/7, 365. You can't do it.
No, I think we'd kill each other.
Oh.
Yeah. I love you, but damn, that's too much.
I agree.
No, it is nice. And typically when that happens on a weekend, I'm just watching TV, watching movies, or putzing around the yard doing something, or taking a nap. That's just
good.
That's my downtime. We do so much so fast all week, and we're here at 4:30 in the morning, and there's some days we don't get home till 4:00. That's a long day. And to do that 5 days a week, come the weekend, it's time to just rest.
Wind down for sure.
Yeah. We'll do our grocery shopping and other things.
Keeps you sane.
Yeah. No, we do our meal prep on the weekend, get everything ready for the week. For me, I love smoking meat on the smoker or on the grill and doing something. We prep the meat and get it ready for the week. That's our time, but I don't want people out there to think that we've always had the perfect marriage. We've had struggles. We're both on our second marriage.
Yeah.
We've both been married, 17 years, the first one, I think it was, for both of us. We've been married now how long? Can you tell me?
14.
14 years. Are you sure?
14.
Okay. I hope you're right.
We've been married 14. We've been together 16.
Okay, there you go.
I had to think about that.
If I'm not sure, she has the date tattooed on her ankle. I just got to look down there and figure it out. So I cannot remember. I know it was October. So
yes.
that's I remember that. Was it the 18th?
Sure.
Okay. I think we're close. Something like that.
It could be the 18th, yes.
Or the 21st. I don't know, somewhere around there.
I'd have to look.
Yeah. Okay. See? Hey, we're perfect.
We don't know anymore. It's the older you get, you don't care.
No. It just... No, but I think for us, we've had our struggles. There was a point to where Lori was working in the medical field, and here I am running a business, and I had my issues with addiction, with alcohol and drugs and some other things, and it created some stress on our marriage. This isn't all rainbows and unicorns.
No.
There was a knockdown, drag out argument, and we got in a big fight, and I left the house and put myself in detox for a week and got my head cleared, and I haven't touched anything ever since. I think I drank way too much back then. And
Yeah.
even the drugs you didn't know about and any of that. And I kept it hidden, but I think it was pretty obvious now looking back when you see how I was acting, what I was doing. And I got to be honest, I don't think we would be together if I hadn't gotten sober. I don't think I'd have this business today if I hadn't
I don't think so.
put myself in.
I wouldn't have put up with it.
Yeah.
Because it's never been part of my life for sure, but I've never really known anyone with an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
It opened my eyes, actually, working here with
the people we work with now.
Exactly, and going to New Freedom, and I accept it. It's not a bad thing. It is what it is. It's reality, but not ever being around it personally made it open my eyes.
Yeah. So your whole life, you've never been around these type of people. Even my past, there's a lot that Lori doesn't know about my past. I'll never share with anybody. It's an old life that I don't want anybody to even know about. It's not who I am anymore. The person I am today is the person sitting in front of you that you see on these videos and the person that Lori's married to. But working with all these men and women that we hire out of the program, what has changed in your perception about people coming out of prison that maybe or addiction from what you thought before?
This is going to sound really naive and closed-minded, but you think everyone's a bad person. Wonder why they got out of prison early. Did they just on good behavior? Are they still bad? I mean, it's like I said, I grew up in a middle-class family. I just never, like I said, ever been exposed to anything like this. So you think the worst, you stereotype everyone. I mean, you judge them. And it's bad. But I think everyone judges people to some degree when you first meet them. Your first perception is not necessarily true, but it's what you think.
So your perception before was they're just bad people.
They've done something stupid and they're going to keep doing it. And, just ridiculous, ignorant thoughts.
Yeah. Who in our company that has changed your mind the most that you see that came out? And it's probably someone we've had on one of these podcasts before.
Probably. I see a lot of the guys and girls who come through here, I don't know about their past. So we don't talk about it. It's in the past. We just leave it behind. So I don't know exactly what they did to get into prison. So it's not really a fair question because I don't know their past well enough to make that assessment. Everyone who works with us is great.
So you really can't judge them on their past because you don't know them.
I don't know them exactly. Okay. I know where they've been, but I don't know why they were there. So I, like I said, everyone who's come out that I've met and gotten to know are great people. Yeah. They work their butts off and they want to do well. They want to succeed. And unfortunately, I do see some of their partners, which has kind of got to do with us working together, how they don't support them as well. Yeah. Which is a shame. That I know about and I've heard about. And it's...
Yeah, and I think that's where me and you thrive really well because we support each other no matter what. I mean, we might not always agree with each other's opinions or ideas, but we at least support what we want to do, our desires, what we're looking to do, whether it's in the business, personal life. And you understand what I'm trying to create in this business. You know the direction I'm going. But for a lot of the guys, men and women working for us, I think the best way to explain it is their significant other, their partners don't support them in their journey to success with their sobriety, with the direction they're going. I think they don't give them that verbal support that they need, maybe.
And the mental, emotional.
Yeah.
Because I've heard them complain how you're working too many hours, or you're working this week and you're supposed to be with me. It's like you got to sacrifice because they know that working overtime or is going to benefit them in the long run. May not see it immediately. Yeah. It's just what you need to support that.
Yeah. It's
a shame that
well,
we don't, though, because I don't think people, because the sacrifice we started when you started this business, because you had your own John the Painter business when we first met, and then you got licensed and insured and all that, and the sacrifices that we had to go through, because then I quit. I quit my job and went back to school at that same time to further my career in the medical field, and you're starting off and I wasn't working. So I remember going through our 401ks that
it was difficult.
We emptied it just to pay our mortgage and stuff. I was fortunate to have a 401k, and be able to cash it out and everything to survive, but sacrifice. And look where we are now. I mean, it's just, you got to look forward as opposed to tomorrow.
Yeah, we've come a long way in this journey from the time I started this business. I think looking back, I never knew where this would end up at. I didn't know it would be this type of business. I never knew I'd be sitting here doing a podcast or
for sure
teaching class at New Freedom or helping men and women coming out of prison get back to the workforce. It just, I think everything, I just keep doing whatever's put in front of me. I don't think about it. I just do it. And it's not like, I don't think, man, I can't do this or this is too much. I just look at it like there's no option B. I just keep doing it. And I don't think we would, and I have to say, even though you had a great career in what you were doing, I have to believe that the business, what we've created here, and we have created this together because of, even though you weren't part of it in the beginning, the support that you gave me, everything else, this has given us a great life.
Oh, yes.
This is what supports us and provides everything we have. It pays for our vacations, our lifestyle, everything. And it came with a lot of sacrifices. I can't even begin to think how many hours I've worked and what I've put in. And even a month ago, when we went sideways on a job and I'm out there, I didn't sleep for 3 days practically because I'm working nights and coming here during the daytime. And it's not even, can I do this? This is what I have to do. There's no option B. It's just, we know what it takes. And I think there's been times in the past where I'm sure you felt like I was working too much or I'm pushing myself too hard.
Well, yeah, obviously pushing yourself too hard, not working too much, because that's the person you are. But pushing yourself and not talking about it, that's the big thing I find frustrating, because you hold everything inside, and that's why you don't sleep at night and you're up at 1 a.m. or whatever. I'd rather get it out and talk about it and be mentally more clear by talking about it, as opposed to keeping it all inside and stressing yourself out.
Yeah. I feel like you being part of the business now compared to years ago, I don't have to share as much with you. I think I just assume you know what's going on and what I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And I think it's easier now than it was years ago, where I don't talk about stuff. But even now, going through everything we go through, the struggles in the business, with the classes, with the people, with everything, I don't know why I've just always been this way. I bottle things up. I keep it to myself. And it's not that I feel like it's going to make me look weak or anything. I just feel like I've always got to be the strong one. I've always got to handle it. It's even as the leader in the company, even as a leader with the teaching of what I do and everything I do in my life, I feel like I can't show weakness. I got to be at the top of my game. But even the people at the top of their game, at the top of the pyramid, the top of any company, they go through their issues. They get up in their head. They have their problems. But I think it's harder when you get to a certain level to be able to talk about things. And that's how I think, and that's how I feel. It's not like I'm a man, I got to deal with this on my own. It's just, I've never been one to talk about what's going through my head. And I think that's why I eventually ended up in detox at that point and pushed myself too far. And I think a lot of what I do it's almost, I have an addictive personality with things I do. Definitely. I take it to extreme sometimes, no matter what it is. It just, if I like something or I want to do something, it's like I take it to the limit.
You do.
It's just, and I don't know how not to be that person. It's
just your personality. I think the big thing is, because we do work together and I understand what you're going through, it's easier for us to deal with it because I'm here. But if these folks that are working for you, they're their significant others are elsewhere and they don't know what they're going through, that's why I think it's more important for them to really talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Get it out there. We're special
Okay.
because we work together and
Yeah.
understand that. But
you see what we
other
see what each
folks.
other deal with every day.
Exactly.
Their
We're
significant
both in
others
it.
don't. Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're both in separate entities. So that's why it's so important. That's why I think a lot of guys are having rough times because they either don't want to talk about it, or if they do, their significant other does not want to talk about it, and they never understand each other.
Yeah.
I think that's what can be an issue.
And I think this time of year right now, with what we've dealt with over the last couple of weeks with all the rain, and guys aren't working their full 40 hours. And there could be somebody on the other end, a significant other, you need to make more money. You need to go find another job. And that isn't the place to work. And it's interesting because how many people do we have working for us that they say, I love my job. This is a PHP family. I don't ever want to go anywhere else. I'm going to do anything I can for this company, this business. But yet they can't get their significant other to see it the same way.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And we've seen a few breakups because of it.
Yes.
They either choose not to deal with it or don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Well, even one of our employees right now, his wife is over in California. He's here. They started out here and she's over there trying to get her kids back. And and he's like, no, I'm staying here. This is where I'm meant to be. And it's difficult, they're making it work somehow. It's happening.
Yes. And I think when she gets her kids, they're coming back here.
Yes. So, I think in the next 6 months, but they've been going on over a year for that, like this.
It's been a while.
And that's been really difficult. It was nice. A couple weeks ago, we needed to get some specialty paint that we're doing for a job and able to send him for an extended weekend over there to go pick up the product, spend time with his wife. And we found a way to help him out and make it work, which was cool. So, I mean, we do work with our employees. We do try to help them out. And I think that's where it's funny. I remember sitting on a sofa one day, getting a call, and I think your mom was here, possibly, or somebody was at the house, or maybe it was our friend Rhonda, and you had made a comment that, oh yeah, he's a counselor, he's a this and marriage counselor, and because I think someone was having some problems with a relationship, and it's just the guys always call me for this. Yeah, I'm always the one helping them.
It's because you're a no BS dude.
Yeah,
and they know that they're going to hear it.
Yeah,
the truth.
Yeah,
or your version of the truth, your idea behind it, and thoughts.
Yeah, so. And I can't say no. I can't not answer the phone. I mean, there are times where it's like, I just can't answer the phone at home. I need my alone time once in a while, but for the most part, when they call, it just, I have to talk. And most of the time you're there listening to the conversation. You can hear it happening. And you kind of give me the female input once in a while to guide them, which helps.
It's always a different view.
Yes. It's a different perspective.
Oh, yes.
So, and they definitely need that. So. No, it's been an interesting journey, us working together. It's been a great journey. I wouldn't trade this for anything. I love working with you. I really do. And I wish there was something I could say to people like, this is the magic that makes it work. But I don't know what it is.
I think it's a personality thing, if it's going to work or not. It's what you're willing to, like, again, always the word sacrifice or willing to give up, or how much you're willing to help. I think it's a personality thing.
Yeah. I think we set boundaries though. We have boundaries, and I think that's what really helps. When we set the boundaries that, hey, at work, I'm the boss. At home, that's your house. It's our house. Don't get me wrong. We joke about this, but I mean, if Lori wants something done, I do it around the house. I take care of it. So Christmas decorations have to come down. I'm bringing them down. I'm doing whatever she wants and helping her out. So, and then I just stand back and let her do her own thing, and I jump in when she needs me. So, no, I really appreciate you finally doing this with me. It's been kind of fun. Yeah. Is there anything, if there's couples out there, is there any advice you would give anybody out there who's working together and they're struggling to make it work as a couple, and they feel like they just can't do it? What would you recommend to them for them to do?
This is going to sound awful, but you're going to have to, and I don't mean it like this, but you need to know your place. You both have jobs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do your separate jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, and you're certainly not going to tell me how to do mine. You can make suggestions and thoughts about, hey, you could maybe try this way this time, but don't overstep your bounds.
Yeah.
Keep in your own lanes. Just simple.
Stay in your lane.
Exactly. It's not a bad thing. Just you do you and you do you. That's it.
But what happens when those lanes have to merge together? And
well, that's when the personality, I think, comes in, where you need to learn how to give and take.
Okay.
And I think that's big in a relationship. You know, you're always equal, but in some cases, you take control. Other cases, I'll take control. It's just the way it's a relationship. You're not going to be even all the time, every day, in every single thing you do.
Yeah.
There's always going to be someone who's going to be kind of in charge or not in charge. It's not a bad thing. It's just, it's whatever your strengths are. You play on your strengths.
Yeah.
But
no, we make it work. Yeah. We go home happy, sometimes angry, but
not with each other.
Not with each other. Yes.
We're angry at something else.
It's always something to do with work, and there's times where sometimes I just got to let loose and complain, and I just need you to listen, and you do, and there's other times where I need to let loose and complain. I need some advice or need your opinion. And I think that's the other thing too, is you'll always give me your opinion of what you think should be done. But at the end of the day, I have to make the best decision for this company that I see as a whole. And I oversee a lot more than what you see happens within the company. You're just in the office. You're just running the office.
I'm in the background.
Office administrator, the QuickBooks and the billing, and help out with that, and dealing with the contracts and the insurance certs and everything else. And for me, it's overseeing everything else. And there's sometimes where you've said, well, why don't you do it this way? And I think you should do it this way. Well, no, because here's why, and here's all the variables that are included. There's so much more involved. And it's not easy running a business this size. It's very stressful. I think that's why I don't get much sleep. So, no. But anyway, I think my advice for anybody out there working with your wife is you have to go into it with an open mind. You have to make sure that it's going to work out. And you can't it's funny because I always tell everybody that I teach in class, you can't take your home problems to work, and you can't take your work problems to home. It's the same rule. It's the same concept. Even if you're working with your significant other, your spouse, you cannot take all the bullshit home. You've got to leave it at the office, or you got to leave it at home. It's just, when we hop in the car, whatever's happened at home, if there's a problem, it's over. It's done with. We're moving forward. It's now work time. Same thing going home. That's why we kind of have the rule. We'll talk about work stuff on the way home, but once we're home and we're out of the car, we're done. We are not going to discuss it. It can't be. Not until it's time to hop back in the car and go back to work. But like I said, if we get a phone call and it deals with work, then we have to. That's different. But we're not going to let it consume us to where it's everything we're doing all the time, because that would drive us crazy. I wouldn't be able to handle that.
That's like you're trying to change someone too. We are who you are. Don't try to. That's a big thing with couples, I think. They always try to change each other into something different. That's when you're young, you try to do that. Mold each other into how you want them to be. But at our age, I guess second marriage as well, it's like,
you ain't changing me.
And you ain't changing me.
I'm setting my ways.
Exactly.
That's it.
And that's we accept for each other for who we are and what we do.
Yeah.
How we think. I mean, so I think that's why for us, we get along working together, because it is. Yeah.
We are who we are.
Exactly.
Yeah. We accept each other. Yeah. That's the other thing. You have to accept them as who they are, and all their quirks, all their weirdness and goofiness and my stupidity or whatever else. It is what it is. You make it work somehow. So guys, I really appreciate you joining me. If you're watching this, like and subscribe, send us a message. If you're working with your significant other, send me a message. Let me know how you make it work. I'd be curious to find out what works for you. And maybe one day we can have you on this podcast with us, and we can share stories together. We can swap stories. But no, I really appreciate you coming on here with me. I know it's I've been bugging you for a long time. You finally did it. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
Appreciate you. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Stay hungry.